Hey crafty cuties, and welcome to today's video. We're going to complete a journal that I'm working on, and in this journal I did use some of my new digital, so I wanted to quickly give myself a shout out, if I may, and just show you a new digital printable that is available in my shop. It is 9 different journaling cards, or you can use these as pockets or whatever you want. You can resize them. They're really gorgeous florals, and then one like notes journaling card, as you see here. I'll have the link down below, but we're gonna hop right in. So in this video, I'm just working on the pages, the innards of the journal. This is not going to be a tutorial, so I'm not even going to go over sizes, but I am going to show you a bunch of different ways that I like to quickly put a journal together and make it look very decorated and complete, yet not take weeks to do. So right here, I'm just cutting down all of the scrapbook pages that I am using for this journal, and I'm just trying to do it in big batches. When I'm doing a journal, and especially when I'm trying to do one quick, I like to do everything in kind of an assembly line manner. So I do all of everything at once and then move on to the next step and then finish all of that. You'll see as we move along. So anyways, I'm just cutting down pages, and then some pages, instead of cutting, you'll see that I fold instead of cut, and that becomes a very quick pocket. So you're going to see, like, I just made a little quick pocket right there, and I don't even finish it off or glue it down. I'm going to come back to that part when I get to the gluing part. I did cut all of these down to 8 1/4 by 7 1/4, if that makes sense. And then I'm folding some of them as I go, you'll see. So like here, I'm going to fold this one in half, but if you saw, I folded up a flap, and again, that's going to be a pocket, and not just on one page, but on 2. And so I'm kind of thinking, when I am decorating one page, I'm thinking, how can I make this move into the next page to make 2 pages done? You guys, I've had the weirdest migraine all day, and Arlo is here with me, so you're going to hear her. She's signing now for more mama milk. This girl, you guys, she's constantly nursing. She's almost 2 years old. But you'll see I did pull out my page, what do you call this? My border punch, and I did punch one of the pages here that's going to fold up and be a pocket, just because it was the last page I had to cut down. But I'll usually save, if I'm going to use border punches, I'll usually save that and then do that for all of the pages, but I only did it on one. Now that everything's cut down, I'm going to go ahead and fold all of my scrapbook pages in half. Yeah, wow. Arlo's next to me coloring now. We've tried this voiceover many times, but I'm going to finish up folding any that needs to be folded, and then I'm going to gather everything else that I am including in this journal, like pages, different book pages, scrapbook paper, or sorry, not scrapbook paper, we already have that. Coffee dyed paper, ledger paper. I have also grabbed some of my printables from my shop that I have printed out that I can turn into pockets and journaling cards and different things like that. I'm showing you quickly because I really like these florals. And I have this super cute little fairy door, which is also a printable for my shop. This is one of my popular shop items, honestly, but I haven't used it in a long time, and look how cute it is. It has like little wood grain. Anyways, some of the vintage wallpaper, glassine bags. I think I'm repeating myself here, but you can see all of the different things that I have that I want to include in the journal. So now that I have it all gathered together, we can start making little signatures. But I'm going to set that all aside and get started with the inner cover, and I'm going to create a little mini library pocket. So I'm actually cutting some of the little cut apart pieces from this paper pad out, and I had an idea for how I wanted to create this pocket, but I love using the cut aparts and paper pads for things like pockets, and it's just such an easy way because they're like already decorated, and then they're gonna match really well with your entire journal. So I am taking this cut apart, and I'm basically going to glue it onto just a white piece of paper, and I'm just going to glue around the 3 sides like you'll see here. And then I'll go ahead and just place that. You could just glue around the 3 sides and then just put this straight onto your journal, but I feel like pockets work better if it's glued onto an additional piece of paper, and then you can glue that whole piece of paper down to your page or your cover. That's just kind of a preference that I have. And then you can see too that I'm using my staple just on top of that, because pockets, you know, when you're taking pages or papers in and out of it or tags, I feel like you want to make sure that it's going to be super sturdy. Normally I would use my sewing machine, but I didn't use my sewing machine at all for this project because, again, I wanted it to be quick and easy. So the pocket's done, and now I'm just kind of sprucing up this library card that I already had. And again, I'm using a piece from the cut apart and layering that with some ribbon, and I'm going to use my staple again to attach it to the library card. And then you have this really cute little layered look, and it peeks out the top of your pocket. All right, now I promise we're getting back to the pages in just a moment, but again, I kind of wanted to show you how I like to complete and finish off a journal. So I'm actually adding a little ring fastener, and I did want to keep this clip in because I get questions about ring fasteners all the time. I get these from Tim Holtz. They are usually available at Joann's or at Michael's, but you can also get like a knockoff brand online, and I have found them in the past on AliExpress. I don't personally really shop there anymore. However, you can probably find them, but I think they're usually called like doorknob pulls. I'm not sure. I don't think I still have a link to the ones I used to buy. But anyways, you can see it's like a little brad, and it just creates this little spot with a ring, so you can easily attach a tassel, or in my, I'm adding this cute little boho bead because I thought it really kind of jived well with the little theme of the journal. So that's done. Here we are back to the pages. So now, like I mentioned, it's time to create our little signatures. So these are going to be little bundles of paper, and I like to kind of separate all of my pages across the table where I'm working, and I'm just going to start by grabbing one, and then I just kind of go back and forth between regular paper and scrapbook paper. Then I might add like a book page. I just try to mix up the pages, and it really depends on like what I'm using in a journal. If I'm using all scrapbook paper anyways, then it's really, you know, you can just bundle it together however you want. I am adding about 4 or 5 pages in each little signature here. And so I think that that's usually a good amount. When you start getting too many pages in a signature, they become really bulky. And then for this journal specifically, I ended up with 5 different signatures. And that's pretty much usually what I do for all of my journals. 4, 5, maybe 6 signatures. And I'm also keeping in mind how much space I have in this journal. And I always fit my finished, well, not my finished, but I'll always fit all of the pages that I have cut out and kind of put them inside the book cover before I move along, because I really do want to make sure too that there is going to be enough space with the size of spine that I have chosen. So once I have all of my signatures essentially made up, then I'm going to go back through. I don't sew them together or anything like that. I'm just going to go back through, and that's when I'll do my decorating, which I'm going to show you some of that. And so I'm kind of trying to figure out which order I want my signatures to be. Again, I can move, you know, I can make this more of a decision when it's time to sew them in, but I still like to have kind of an idea of what order I want everything to go in. All right, let me show you some of the things I grabbed to decorate. I have washi tape, a pink ink. I have little paper clips and sequins and beads. This was kind of like a boho bead pack. I think I actually had in my stash from maybe a journal kit, I'm pretty sure. Well, I grabbed that. You can see I already put one of the boho beads on the journal, but I grabbed all of that just because the colors kind of match. I have my stapler just for little added texture into my layered embellishments. I have some mini envelopes cut aparts and all of the digital printables that I showed earlier, and that's what I'm using to decorate. I know that I wanted to have this little fairy door on the first page. So right when you open the journal, I wanted that to be there. So basically, I'm just going to get started with decorating this first page. I'm going to go ahead and glue this fairy door on. I am gluing just the 3 edges so that it will be a pocket behind, and then you can open the doors and have a spot for like a special photo or something like that. I love these fairy doors so much, guys. They're so much fun to make, and I mentioned earlier that I have this digital in my shop, and I also have a video showing how you can put one together without my digital, because I always like to give options other than, I'm not always trying to sell you guys something. So I'm going to find that video, and I will have it linked below, so if you want to make your own fairy door, you can. It's very easy. And so anyways, I'm going to glue this down, and then if you can see, I put a tag behind, and I wanted to add some fabric for the little tab of the tag. And this is just a scrap piece of paper, but I'm going to use my staple to staple on the trim here. And then on the inside of that page, you see I folded over a little flap, and I'm going to go ahead and glue a little line of glue on the top of that flap and the bottom, and then you have a very quick little side pocket. That's one of the quickest ways that you can add something to a page. And so I'm taking my little printed journaling card, folding it in half, and then I can just go ahead and stick it into that flap. And so you'll see as I go along, as I'm decorating, sometimes I will add things like different journaling cards or whatever it is I may want to add, just so I don't have to come back to that page anymore. And then I'm adding tabs using just a little piece of fabric, stapling it on the edge of the page here. And you're gonna see I'll add a tab to each of these signatures. And they're all gonna be at like different spots, different varying spots. Does that make sense? So they're kind of like a staircase. Does that even make sense? Oh my gosh, you guys. Arlo literally just drew all over herself. Why do I try to do things? Arlo. Uh-oh. Did you draw all over your legs? Yeah, remember the markers are just for coloring on paper and the board. Did you draw on your leg?
Wait.
Did you draw on your leg? Did you color on your leg? What color did you use? Black?
Black.
And pink?
Pink.
Oh no. All right, guys, back to our regularly scheduled program there. Had to show you my little cutie there. Okay, so sometimes I'll use just a strip of washi tape. You can see I was holding my journaling card across that page there, and you could add that for a quick pocket. I'm going to add some beads to this cute little bulb pin, and then I'll add that to a paper clip just for something kind of hanging off the edge. Or you could also attach that to one of the fabric tabs. I love hanging stuff off the edges of my journals, and that's just a really quick way to make up a cute little paper clip. And I just folded up a journaling card and attached that. I like attaching things throughout the journal that the recipient can use. They can easily take out. And like I said, I was trying to make this journal not over decorated. It was for someone who I don't think uses junk journals a lot. And so I wanted it to be really easy for them. So see, I'm using washi tape here to attach this little mini envelope. And this envelope was something I already had in my stash, so it was quick. I didn't have to make it. But I like using washi tape because they can easily take that out. Or, you know, if they want it to be permanently there, then they can. So we're done decorating one signature, and now I'm just going to go through and do kind of the same thing with the rest of the signatures. And I'm going ahead and adding a tab here again. So you can see I put this one down a little further than the first one. I don't always add the tabs to the first page of the signature. I just make sure to add it somewhere in the signature. And I think it's just kind of a fun way you can easily find different signatures in your journal. It's just an easy way to be able to turn to a new signature and kind of mark it, I guess, if you will. And I like using my stapler too, because it's just a quick and easy way. Again, didn't want to pull out my sewing machine for this one. Now, I usually decorate my journals a lot more than this as well. And so this journal maybe took me 2 hours total, but on a regular basis, I get asked this a lot, how long it takes me to complete a journal. On a regular basis, I decorate my journals a lot more than this. It's because I can't help myself, and because it's part of the journal making process that I absolutely enjoy, the decorating part. And some journals can take me weeks just because I keep coming back to it, especially with having a little baby girl who doesn't really let me do, a whole lot at once. I'm so sorry for the background noise, guys. If you guys have noticed, I've been trying to have a lot more content up. I've been trying to do 1 or 2 videos a week, and it's been a struggle, but I kind of wanted to give myself a challenge. I really, really miss being able to regularly put videos out. And don't worry, guys, Arlo is always my first priority. Both of my children obviously are. And sometimes when I mention things like, oh, I'm trying to put more videos out, I'm trying to film more, I'm trying to craft more, people are like, enjoy your babies, they're only little for so long. And trust me, they are my main priority. But to me, crafting is also important. It's a form of de-stressing and helps me with anxiety. And so I also do like to try and make time for myself, and I don't really get a whole lot. But anyways, let's try to get back on track. So here I'm taking a smaller piece of paper. It was just a scrap from the paper pad. And you'll see I'm just quickly gluing 2 pages together just around the edge. And then I fold it in the middle so it will serve as like 2 pages. I'm using my scalloped paper punch here to punch out just a half circle for a little notch. And then you have 2 little pockets. Super quick and easy. And I'm just going to add in a little tag right now so that I don't forget to come back and add one later. A lot of the time when I'm adding like a journaling card or a tag to a pocket or, tuck spot, I do like to do it at that moment where I'm at that page, because sometimes I will forget to go back and add it if it's one of my quicker type journals. So we're moving along. We're working on another signature here. I don't think that I showed myself decorating all of the signatures, but by the way, when this video is done, it kind of abruptly ends. And so I did not show you what all of the pages ended up looking like at the end, because I did a full final flip through to just show you what the complete journal looks like, just because I ran out of time. And so anyways, that's a separate video that's already probably up on my channel. You've possibly already seen that one. So I definitely have journal tutorials already on my channel if you're looking for one. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you what I was doing at the moment, at the time. Hans has just got home, so that's lovely because I was waiting for that. Anyways, moving along here again, moving into another signature, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I just randomly grab things, randomly decorate the pages as I go, or leave blank as I see fit. Another thing I wanted to mention is my Patreon club is growing like crazy, you guys. I am so excited, feeling so appreciated, and I feel like I shouldn't say that, because I feel appreciated just from you guys watching my videos, but either way, I feel the love and it's growing like crazy. I think when I'm filming this right now, there's maybe 12 patrons, and the more that it's growing is going to give me flexibility to do more for the team. And like over this weekend, I tested out a live stream, and I'll definitely start doing some live stream videos. And I just have all kinds of things planned, and I'm sending out pen pal mail to my patrons, and it's just been really fun. Some of the tiers can request videos, so you're going to see. Another reason why I'm having more videos out and more content is because I'm taking in requests for videos from my patrons. And I love being able to take requests from all of you guys, but I just don't have the time anymore, so I'm kind of just doing it that way for now. But anyways, guys, that's basically all that I did with this journal, other than obviously I sewed them into the book. But I hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope it at least inspired you maybe to craft or make a journal. And I will continue to make videos like these if you guys still like them. And if you want any information on my Patreon club, you can check below. I did actually have to go in and limit how many patrons I would get because I definitely don't want to be spread too thin. I want to have enough time and extra time for those who are a part of it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.